everybody, and welcome to a much delayed video. I think it's been, well, it was like over 50 days since my last video, and as you can see, we're on a glorious and noisy MT-01 on a little commute in, because it's a bit gloomy, but it's dry. Dry enough to get the MT-01 out. I started her up and rode her for the first time in about, well, since October, and we're now in March, so I got her going on the weekend just gone, and here we are after a good oil change and a fluid change and just a good old check out of all the bolts, and everything's still fastened where it should be. We're back on the road into traffic. I think the reason we've got traffic is because of the bin men. Bin day Thursday. But yeah, so I'm using a new GoPro. Well, it's a borrowed GoPro, it's not technically mine. I can't remember what one it is. I can't remember if it was 11 or a 12 or even a 10. I'll put some words up on the screen. So I'm running that at 4K at the moment, with all the anti-shaky stuff on. So it'll be interesting to see what it looks like, especially as it's a bit gloomy today. But I tell you what, I don't realise how much I miss the there's a lady with a tail there. I don't realise how much I miss this bike on the whole. I forget how much it makes me grin. I forget how much the sound makes me grin, the character, and generally just enjoy it a lot, which is all we want, isn't it, from motorbikes? So the only thing with this bike, and I think I've mentioned it before, is the clutch is pretty heavy. Now when you ride the bike all the time, you start to build up a little bit of muscle in that left arm, a bit like Popeye, and then basically you get used to the clutch. But when you're poodling around town and you haven't ridden a bike for a while, it can be a bit of a chore. And the reason it's quite stiff is because it's the Barnet clutch. Now all I can tell you is I have a receipt for a Barnet clutch, and one of the characteristics of this bike is the original clutch is a little bit, some would say, weak. Now I've got no comparison to riding an MT-01 with a standard clutch in it, so I can't tell you whether that's the case or not. Oh, look at the daffodils! It's spring! But yeah, one thing I'm noticing when I'm not, because I'm using the CRF and the clutch on that side is just easy peasy, don't even know you're doing it half the time. When you get back on this, there is a certain noticeable heaviness, which is fine out in the open road, but when you're riding through town and you're constantly on and off the clutch, it can be a little bit of a chore. So I've got to get used to that again. And I've bled it, I've done everything everyone recommends. It's not the slave cylinder. The slave cylinder's working absolutely fine. It's just a heavy clutch, and it's supposed to deal with the amount of torque this thing puts out. Now Apparently, especially if you put the wrong oil in this bike, the original clutch slips like an absolute turd. But I never noticed that, obviously, because I haven't got an original clutch, and I'm right in the middle of the road here, in the way of the junction. And yeah, so got to get some strength. I've got to take some spinach with me everywhere I go. I've only got the one camera on today because I forgot to get the other camera ready, and I wanted to do a vlog this morning. A vlog? I wanted to do something this morning, so to test this thing out and see what this is like, so you don't get to look at my beautiful Renault this morning helmet, which I am still very much enjoying. Oh look, I hit the indicator and not the horn. One of the things with riding the Honda all the time is the horn and the indicator are in a different place to the Yamaha. So like the first few minutes of riding the Yamaha, I beep everyone. I let them know that I'm turning with the beep. Or where I've got that habit where I'm constantly smashing the crap out of the indicator because I'm so paranoid, I'm going to leave it on. I keep hitting the horn. I think I'm there now. I think I've remembered where it is. It's the... But yeah, I do apologise that there hasn't been more content. I have tried to do more content over the winter period. I just haven't had the time. Work has been a bit crazy lately. We've had mergers and stuff like that, and when you're in IT and mergers, you're kind of the people that have to make sure everyone can do what they need to do. So that's generally why there hasn't been a lot of videos, and also because it's been really bad weather, and filming in bad weather with GoPros and stuff like that, I mean, I haven't got the... I can't let these cameras get wet and ruined because I just don't have the finances to constantly replace them. So they do tend to only come out when it ain't chucking it down with rain. I think I've done a couple of videos in the rain, but it hasn't been pouring down. We've literally had torrential rain forever, feels like. Weather chat. How exciting! How very exciting. Let's talk about the weather. I think as a motorcyclist, weather is always on the end of the tip of your tongue. One of the bits of work I had to do, which is quite interesting, is I had to go to Austria in a place called Linz. It's quite exciting. I've never been to Austria before. It's a bit of a pain to get to. It's a 2-hour train journey up to Heathrow to enable me to get a connecting flight directly to Vienna, and then it's another 2-hour train journey. Although the trains in Austria are far better than ours, I think it says a lot when you struggle to figure your trains out in your home country, but when you go to another country, it's not a struggle, it's easy peasy. But I had to do a week's work there, just setting up a few bits and bobs, meeting the guys out in Austria, which is really cool. I've never been to Austria before, so that was exciting. And then yeah, it's just been life in the way and work and stuff, so there we go. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this quick catch up. I just wanted to touch base with you all and just say hello, I'm still here, still doing things. If you check my my socials, my Instagram and Facebook, they're still going. I still try and put things up there. But if this is your first time watching my videos, please give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe, and I'll see you next time on the next video. Bye bye.